So the Warriors don't find themselves in bad position, and we've had several explosive, long touchdown bombs, and I'm sure we'll see Anthony Russo try his arm again, possibly to Precise or to King. How do you see it, Artie?
Well, I agree with you, and Anthony has had a good night as far as passing, and his receivers have caught the ball well, so we're going to see the ball in the air. And I'll tell you another thing to think about and keep in mind that Brad Dawson has an excellent toe from 30, 40 yards out, so all they need to do is get in field goal position.
Okay, Russo going back. He fires it. It's going to be caught. And King stays on his feet and finally goes down on over the 45-yard line. Let's take a commercial break. Change states. We'll be right back. Back to action with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go. Russo goes back. He fires it complete to Precise. Precise steps out of bounds, stops the clock. A pickup of 7 yards. The ball is now on the Cougar 37-yard line. We've got a 22-21 ball game. There's 1.5 minutes to go.
Well, we said it's going right down to the wire.
That it is.
And as I said, keep in mind, Brad Dawson has an excellent toe.
That's right. A field goal will really be the difference, and they're getting close to field goal range. They're still a little bit far out at the 37-yard line. It's second down and a short 3. The ball went out of bounds, so it stopped the clock. There's 1 minute and 29 seconds to go. 22-21 our score. Russo goes back, looking for a place to throw it.
Getting some
He
excellent.
fires it, and he's going to be caught
At the 10-yard line.
Beautiful reception at the 10-yard line.
By King.
And the clock shows 1 minute and 22 seconds to go, and the Eastern Wayne Warriors have done it again. They're in scoring range at the 10-yard line. That's close enough for that field goal you were talking about, and all they need is 1 point or to tie and 2 points to go ahead. The clock is running again with down to 1 minute and 16 seconds to go in the ball game. Russo breaks a huddle, comes up on the line. It's Anthony Russo and Neely in the backfield along with Best. The ball is just outside the 10. It's Neely, and Neely is stopped at the 10-yard line. He did not go out of bounds according to the clock. The clock continues to run. We're down to 54 seconds. They do stop the clock with 54 seconds to go. The ball is on the 10-yard line. And Russo calls for a timeout with 54 seconds to go. We'll be back with more action from Goldsboro High School Field in just a moment.
54 seconds to go in the ball game.
Second down and 10. The ball rests just outside the 10-yard line. They could pick up a first down without scoring, but that's academic with just 54 seconds to go. Russo checks up and down the line. He goes back. A quick pitch to Neely. Neely's going to be in trouble, and he's going to be stopped at about the 8-yard line. 46-45. Clock continues to run quickly. The Eastern Wayne Warriors need to huddle up and bring the ball to the left hash mark. Clock continues to run. 35, 34. It's third down and 10.
Everybody's on their feet.
They should be on their feet. They really should. Okay, again, Russo brings him up quickly. He needs to move a little quicker into that huddle. He has no time to waste. 21 seconds to go. Again, the ball goes to Neely. Neely looking for running room. He finds no running room, and they immediately call timeout with 15 seconds to go. You know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to go for a field goal. So, what a way to end the ball game. 22-21. The ball is on the 5-yard line, and the Cougars are going to have to block a field goal. But he's from the left hash mark. That is a left hash mark from where we're looking at it.
It sure is. Well, Brad Dawson, as I said, is going to be in to kick. And Brad has hit all around the goalpost tonight. This time he's going to be looking to split the uprights.
This will be the win or the loss right here, Hardy. 22-21. 15 seconds remain in the ball game. Eastern Wayne is in the midst of their timeout. They will be going for a field goal for the win. It'll be 24-22 if they make it. If not, it'll be a disappointing 22-21, the Cougars' favor. Now, you'll know we really won't have to say a whole lot. If the stands remain silent on the side, if the cameras are still, you know they didn't make it. If it jumps and you can't see anything but a vibrating picture, you know the Eastern Wayne Warriors have made the field goal.
Absolutely. He's going to be kicking from, let's see, what is the ball placed at the 8?
Well, the ball is on about the 5-yard line. No, you're right, Artie. It's about the 8-yard line, so they'll bring it back, and he'll kick it from about the 15, so it'll be a 25-yard field goal.
It's well within his range.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing the kind of noise that you hear in anticipation of this. And I'm sure that Bill Garner will be turning flips if he makes it.
I tell you what, he's walking up down the sidelines, and he has probably smoked 400 cigarettes.
Okay, let's see what happens. This is the ball game for the Eastern Wayne Warriors. Snap, spot, kick, it's up, and it's good. It's good. And you see the reaction. The place is wow. It's 24 to 22, and there are 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Eastern Wayne Warriors have gone wild.
24-22, and I'm telling you, this whole place is rocking. Brad Dawson. And, you know, it actually hit a wire again.
It's a bird.
That's a happy man on the sideline right now. 10 seconds remain in the ball game. Just 10 seconds. 24 to 22 our score. 10 seconds remaining. Everybody in the place is on their feet.
I wonder why they didn't call it back and make it kick it again.
I don't know. They may not.
You see the wire is shaking.
Yeah.
It hit the wire again. Maybe they didn't see it.
I tell you, they're only for defense.
That would have. Well, Coach Wisnant is going out on the field.
It did hit the wire. I'm not sure what they're going to call.
You can see it moving, and I think that, well, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's calling a timeout.
Right. The field goal is going to stand, that's for sure. I would say that Russo's kind of excited about it.
I think all of them are. Everybody's excited on the Eastern Wayne side.
Seconds remain in the ball game. 24 to 22. I don't think I'd try to get that ball more than about 3 or 4 inches off the ground, Artie. What would you do?
I would do the same thing. I think what Gerald is discussing is that the ball did hit the wire, and if you make them kick it over on an extra point, why wouldn't you do it on a field goal?
Well, that's true now. That is a legitimate point. We'll just watch the discussion for a minute. I think Gerald will lose the discussion.
Well, from the angle and from the observation I'm getting that each one of them is telling him, I think he has already lost, but I have to, he's got to go out and argue the point. It's a bit like the
that was our budget.
Manager.
We build football fields with wires across them.
You support them. Well, Gerald has gone back and forth 2 or 3 times, and one official keeps sending him to the other.
Well, whatever.
Well, he lost the argument. That's whatever.
Right. What a ball game. 10 seconds remain. The Eastern Wayne Warriors will be kicking off to the Cougars. And the very dangerous Gerald Council is back deep to receive. Peterson will be doing the kicking for the Warriors, and I really don't think they'll be trying to kick the ball to him. Now, they may. We'll see. He approaches it. He kicks it. It stays on the ground. It's picked up by Charles Howell. Charles Howell looking for some running room, finds a little running room, and they immediately call timeout with 5 seconds remaining. So we've got 5 seconds remaining in the ball game. That was the wrong man to kick it to for Eastern Wayne.
I'm telling you,
With 5 seconds remaining, the ball is resting on the 48-yard line of the Eastern Wayne Warriors. Would you throw up a lame duck and hope for a penalty?
I would throw it in the end zone and hope for a penalty. I have to. I mean, you don't have time, unless you catch it on a dead run and you're open, you don't have time to run it in.
Let me have some more of that Pepsi you got there.
Go ahead on. I think what I do is I flood one side with 3 or 4 receivers and just throw it up and hope for
a pass interference call or a reception, either one.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining in the ball game. I'm sure the very best play that the Cougars have will be the play that they put into effect. Bill Garner coming off the field.
Well, you see Ward going all the way back to the 10-yard line, just as a safety precaution. They've only got 4. Eastern Wayne has 4 defensive men up.
The clock's ticking away. 5, 4, 3. The clock shows no time remaining, and the ball is up, and it's incomplete. The game is over. The Eastern Wayne Warriors have won. The final score, you see it, 22-21.
24-22.
I mean, with a 20-22. I was last week. Oh boy, what an exciting ball game. A Super Bowl game with the Warriors coming out on top, 24-22 with only 10 seconds remaining. And then the Cougars had the opportunity to close out the scoring. An incomplete pass on about the 5-yard line. Some very happy Eastern Wayne Warrior fans. And wow, our time is slipping right away.
I tell you what, this is the kind of ball game that you hate to see either one of the teams lose.
You really do. Well, it just shakes you up to be a Cougar fan, and it thrills you to be an Eastern Wayne Warrior fan. So whichever you happen to be, remember that both teams played an outstanding ball game. And these kids, most of them are friends off the football field, but they certainly played their hearts out both ways. Statistically, the game was probably very, very close as the score, the 22-24, with the Warriors coming out on top. I don't think you could have asked for a more exciting ball game.
You definitely could not. Next week, Eastern Wayne Newbern, right?
That's exactly right. That's the game we'll be covering
at Eastern
next
Wayne.
Friday night at Eastern Wayne Field. So this is Jerry Parker,
along with Hardy Sullivan,
and our cameraman, Don Allen, and Steve Smith. We'll see you next Friday night. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah.